What is up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucio and I'm back here with episode 2 of Death Note. So the last episode, I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. It was really a really good episode. So the thing that I remember is about Light. You know, he kind of went on crazy a little bit for, like, I think it said 5 days of just writing names on the death note, and just pretty much killing almost every criminal he could think of. Thing about everything that was gonna happen to him, about how he can't go to heaven or hell. So I don't know how that works. Oh, I think he writes his name on his death note and then he takes his soul or something like that. But other than that, I'm really enjoying this anime. It was recommended to me like a long time ago, but I never was able to watch it because I was watching other animes that I really enjoyed. I mean, now I have time, and you know, I'm just gonna keep watching it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get in the episode. Pretty good intro. I like it.
The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die.
Help me!
Here's a
Now,
little recap.
what will happen?
Hey,
The Death Note.
Any human who's used a death
bro.
note
I'm up here.
can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity.
I want the world to know of my existence. That there's someone out there passing righteous judgment on the wicked. And I will become the god of this new world.
He found him.
Sure. Having finally made his dream a reality, he was overwhelmed, both by the magnitude of his achievement and by the joy and happiness that it brought him.
That was very well done. But I'm not surprised, of course. Absolutely flawless. Very good.
Oh, there he is.
Well then, we'll leave it at
I
that for
forgot that
today.
he's the only one that can see him. Kind of creepy though, just him being around the whole time.
I thought it'd never end. How do you do this every day? It's so boring here. Hey, where you going? Hey, Light,
Does he
are
have
you
to
listening
stay,
to
like,
me?
beside him the whole
Don't
time
talk
he's
to me.
there, or can he
Unlike
go?
you people can still hear me when I talk out loud.
Well, aren't you boring?
Oh, it's
Hey,
him.
what's
Okay,
up, Light? We were just gonna head down
Sorry, I'm a little busy today. So I have something to do. Yes, something very important.
Death Note, of course. There you go.
There was more violence across the city today. Another stabbing, this time at a restaurant in the heart of the Kabukicho district of Shinjuku. Following a heated exchange between two...
I have a very small window to write names in this notebook. I only have from when I get home from school until I go to bed. I still need to sleep so I can maintain my average and stay at the top of my class. Obviously, I can't be sleeping in class. Plus, there's all the studying at home and at cram school. I can't let myself get too tired.
Light, what's going on? Why is your door locked?
It's Sayu. What is it?
Can you help me with my homework?
Yeah, okay.
We're doing quadratic equations in math. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're studying right now, but I'm like the only person in my class who doesn't get this stuff.
So his sister.
Thanks so much.
No problem.
I'd be careful if I were you. If anyone else touches that notebook you've got hidden in the drawer right now, they'll be able to see me too.
He waits till now to mention that important detail? Damn Shinigami.
What's
Shinigami,
wrong? Are you all right?
Got it.
It's nothing. So,
There have been
So,
52
they can
deaths that
see
we're
him,
aware
but
of,
also
and that's
you
just in the
know,
past
Death
week.
Note
Every
really
single
the-
one of them involved a heart attack.
The person.
They were all criminals who were either being held in prison or
They
who were
only
wanted
see-
by police for outstanding crimes. And I think it's safe to say there are other criminals whose deaths are unaccounted for.
in which case the death toll could be well over 100.
Morning, Chief. They started the meeting without you.
That's fine. I had to take an urgent call from headquarters.
We shouldn't.
Why should it matter whether it's a criminal or someone innocent? Last time I checked, murder was still murder.
It's still too early to consider these a homicide.
Then how did all these people have heart attacks at the exact same time? That's not coincidence, it's murder!
You think it's possible to simultaneously kill all these people in different locations?
We're treating this as an elaborate murder plot that's been carried out by a large organization.
If it is a large organization, I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA.
I dare you to say that
again!
Now, this is not the time to be joking around. We need to confirm that these are indeed homicides and not coincidences.
How? Autopsy results show that in all of these cases, the victims died of a sudden heart attack.
Investigating a series of heart attacks is pointless. I don't see what else we can learn.
Absolutely. If these people had been shot or stabbed, at least we'd have something to go on.
If that's the case, it looks as if we'll have no choice but to bring in L.
Heart of L.
Chief,
I always thought that was
what's this
light.
L they're talking about?
Right. I forgot that it's your first time at this conference. We
I've
don't
heard
know
about the
El's
time,
real
like,
name or
people were
whereabouts.
talking about
In
L.
fact, we still don't even know what he looks like.
Talking about
However,
L,
he's
but I always
managed to
thought it was
solve
light.
every case he's ever taken on. And he's tackled some of the greatest mysteries this world has ever known. He hides in the shadows, but he's the best of the best. A last resort, our trump card.
But I've heard...
Yeah, I'm curious now, because I always thought L was light. Is that
Gentlemen, L has already begun his investigation into these incidents.
Huh? Who's that?
That man's the only known person who can contact L. Nobody knows his true identity either.
Please be silent. L would now like to address the delegates.
detectives, or what are they? Like L?
Greetings to all of you at the ICPO.
Isn't it obvious? You told me that anyone who touches the Death Note will be able to see you. I can't afford to carry something this dangerous with me anymore. Up until now, I thought that if my family ever saw the notebook, I could tell them I was keeping records of various criminals in preparation for becoming a detective one day. But I'm walking a very fine line right now. I don't want to think about it, but if I make one mistake, I might end up killing my own family.
Is it on fire?
The difficulty of this case lies in its unprecedented scope. And make no mistake, we're witness police agency.
What? Why Japan in particular?
Whether the guilty party is an individual or a group, there's a strong possibility that they're Japanese. And even if they're not, we can be sure they're hiding in Japan.
What is all this based on?
Why Japan, you ask?
Yeah, why Japan?
I think I'll be able to provide you with proof of that after I directly confront the culprit.
A direct confrontation?
At any rate, I would like to set up the investigation headquarters in Japan.
I intentionally left the key in the most noticeable place I could think of.
Isn't that just a regular diary?
That's what it is. I'm guessing that once most people find the diary inside my desk, that'll probably satisfy their curiosity. But the real key is this. Just an everyday item that you'd expect to find lying around on my desk. A regular ballpoint pen. Look closely, you'll find that there's a small hole underneath the drawer.
Oh, okay.
Then you just insert this.
Ah, a fake bottom. The diary will distract most people, so I doubt anyone will find it.
But that's not all.
That's not all.
Even if someone figures out that there's a fake base, I've set things up so that there's no way they could get their hands on the notebook. You see, once the ink reservoir is inserted, it acts as an insulator, preventing this thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire. I want anyone to see it. It sounds like a pretty believable excuse. I mean, it is my diary after all.
I've heard of humans finding death notes in the past, and typically the biggest problem they have is finding a good place to hide it. But you, Light, you're probably the first to have given it this much thought, though it's a pretty risky setup from the look of it. If you make even the slightest mistake, you could be badly burned.
Risky? You say the strangest things sometimes, Ryuk. This whole thing has been a risk since the very beginning, from the moment I obtained the Death Note. I'm sorry, but compared to that, this doesn't even qualify as a risk to me.
In the West Tokyo Penitentiary, Naoki Kurotsukayama, originally sentenced to 15 years for armed robbery, is reported to have died of a sudden heart attack at the age of 32. This is just the most recent death in a steadily growing number of cases involving inmates dying.
This is unbelievable. Criminals are dropping like flies lately.
It's a little scary, but at the same time, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, just make sure you don't do anything bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if the police were behind this.
No way. The police don't have that kind of power. Don't you know about him?
Huh? About who?
Kira, you know,
Those really bad guys, I understand.
I wonder who's going to be killed next.
Robber, I'm not sure because you never know the situation. I know it's bad, but at the same time, you could be desperate and stuff.
Ryuk, you should check this out.
You know,
Websites like this are popping up everywhere lately.
The legends.
But the people of the world can already sense that there's something happening. They know there's someone out there passing righteous judgment.
Oh?
righteous.
Human beings are like that, Ryuk. Although this would probably never happen in school, let's say that students were asked to discuss whether bad people deserve to die. Well, you can bet that everyone would give the politically correct answer.
It's just wrong to kill people.
That's what they're bound to say. Of course, that's the correct response to give, right? Humans will always try to maintain appearances when they're in public. That's just how we are. But this is how they really feel. Most are too afraid to support me as they're worried about what others will think. Many would rather deny my existence. But on the internet, where you can remain anonymous, support for Kira is great. It's perfect. Everything is going just like I planned.
We'd like to apologize for the interruption. As of now, we're bringing you a live worldwide broadcast from Interpol's ICPO.
What, are we connected now? Oh, we have a feed. Okay.
We now take you live to the ICPO. I head up an international pillar, otherwise known as L.
Oh.
Who is this guy?
So this is how it all begins.
But sir, I don't get it. He's never actually shown his face before, right? Why would he choose to do it now?
It must mean L's serious about this. L, we followed every single one of your orders. Now it's time for you to prove what you said to the ICPO.
Criminals around the world are being murdered by a serial killer. I consider this crime to be the most atrocious act of murder in history. I will not rest until the person or persons responsible are brought to justice. Kira, I will hunt you down. I will find you.
He seems certain he'll catch you.
That fool. He'll never find me. He'll have to get this first, and it's absolutely impossible. I anticipated that the police would get involved and that something like this might happen.
Kira, I've got a pretty good idea what your motivation might be, and I can guess what you hope to achieve. However, what you're doing right now is evil.
You think
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
evil?
name is fake.
I am justice! I protect the innocent and those who fear evil! I'm the one who will become the god of a new world that everyone desires! All those who would oppose that god, they are the ones who are truly evil! I guess you're just too stupid, L. Too bad. This could have been a lot more interesting if you'd only been a bit smarter.
Well, maybe if he's smarter, he doesn't know anything about the Death Note, but I'm guessing he lies like this. For real, bro.
5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I had to test this just in case, but I never thought it would actually happen. Kira, it seems you can kill people without having to be there in person.
Yeah, I knew it was fake.
I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't just witnessed it. Listen to me, Kira.
That's why he showed his face there.
If you did indeed kill Lynd L. Taylor, the man who you just saw die on television, I should tell you that he was an inmate whose execution was scheduled for today. That was not me.
What?
The police arrested him in absolute secrecy, so you wouldn't have heard about him on TV or through the internet. It appears that not even you have access to information about these types of criminals.
He got you there.
But I assure you,
Is the other guy in the blue?
try to kill me.
You bastard.
What's wrong?
What the hell is going on?
Right
He's really
now,
taking this
kill
too
me.
far. Are you trying to kill yourself, Elle?
What's going on?
Look, it's Kira versus Elle. Live broadcast
Come on,
killing.
try to kill me.
This is freaky.
Amazing.
Do it, Kira!
Someone stop this. Can't you do it?
Well, Kira, it seems that you can't kill me after all.
So there are some people you can't kill. You've given me a useful hint.
Let me return the favor. We are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. I had planned to broadcast this message around the world until we found you, but it looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are.
This L guy is pretty good.
The police treated your first killing as an unrelated incident, but in actuality, the first of your victims was a suspect in Shinjuku. Of all the criminals that have recently died of heart attacks, this one's crime was by far the least serious. Furthermore, his crime was only ever reported inside Japan.
I use that information to deduce this much.
You are in Japan, and your first victim was little more than an experiment, which means that you haven't been killing for very long. To be completely honest with you, I never expected that things would go this well, but it won't be too long now before I am able to sentence you to death.
Al has certainly lived up to his reputation.
Uh-huh. He proved that Kira exists, that the deaths were murders, and that he is here in Japan.
Naturally, I'm very interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present. But I don't mind waiting a little bit longer.
You can answer all of my questions when I catch you.
Let's meet again soon, Kira.
So who's smarter? L or Light? So right now it seems like L is a little smarter. Well, smarter than him, I guess.
Really?
Nope.
He's going to sentence me to death? Sounds interesting. I accept your challenge, El.
Each of them has to hunt down the other without knowing the other's name or face. And the first one whose identity is revealed will die. Humans are so much fun.
El, Kira. I will hunt you down wherever you're hiding, and I will eliminate you. I am justice.
Justice. Batman. Alright guys, well that's the end of episode 2 for Death Note, and to be honest, I'm overwhelmed. I'm super hooked on to this show. It's really good. L, man, he seems like a pretty OP person right now. I mean, to be honest, Light didn't really know, what he was getting himself into, especially with L. Because at first I was like, I wonder why he actually showed his face, because they've been talking about how he doesn't really show his face at all. And I was like, why did he choose to do it now? But I was thinking that it's probably just, so like to show that he was serious and all that type of stuff, because it was like a really good case. That's why he showed his face. But then when I saw him, like his whole name under him, I was like, that's probably not him. And then he wrote his name, and he actually died. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely not L. But Light really got himself into something really crazy, and I'm really hooked on it. And I can't wait to see episode 3 and react to it. Well, it's really good anime, and I'm really glad I'm watching it and reacting to it. And I really hope you guys like my reactions, so I can keep doing them and in the future do more animes that you guys can recommend to me. But other than that, I'm hooked on, and I'm gonna keep watching it and reacting to it. And and that's it. That's episode 2, guys. I'll see you guys later on when I react to episode 3. See ya.